what's going on in the NFL? Well, we got to bring in some star power to figure it out. That's Robert Littal from Black Sports Online. If he was white, it'd be Robert Little. But he's black, he got some flavor, so it's Robert Littal. Robert, we enjoy the website. We love it. But we got a question for you. We're going to put you to work as a regular contributor to our show. What is going on in the NFL right now, man?
Well, what I think is that, times are different from 5 and 10 years ago. The technology is different. The access to athletes are different. What's reported is different. Things that would have been swept under the rug or arrests that we had never had known about now. We see on Instagram, we see on Twitter, we see on Facebook. And then you have Roger Goodell, who I call RGG, Roger Goodell Gotti, who wants to lay down the hammer. But then seems to get it wrong all the time. I think all of those factors, and that we're just in a society now where everyone is watching 24/7, that there's so much going on, and any mistakes that you made are going to be put on TMZ. We're going to see your mug shot. Hey, you have nude photos in the iCloud. We're going to get those too. And I think it's just a combination of all of that. It seems like the NFL, being the most high-profile sport, of course, is going to get the most attention for it.
RGG, I like that one. I think you're onto something right there. And I agree with a lot of what you're saying, Robert. But here's another added layer to it is with the new collective bargaining agreement, these guys simply have more free time on their hands. Look, they're young, they got money, they're in shape, and they're good-looking guys. They've got groupies, and they've got within reach anything they want to get their hands on, which spells trouble. And I think the fact that these guys have more of an opportunity to get into trouble is a big part of it as well. That's why a lot of this stuff's happening in the offseason. Look, Robert, you didn't play in the league. I didn't play in the league. Only one guy on this set has played in the league, and that's the NFL. It's Doug Chapman. Doug, you spent a few years in the league with Minnesota, with San Diego. Tell me, is this really an issue in the offseason, and how much do they guard against it? Is it a problem?
It's a problem because you have guys, you said, younger guys, a lot of money. Some of them have the most money they've ever had and will ever see in their entire life, and a ton of free time. This happens down in the offseason usually, not when you're at the facility, but when you're back home or at your offseason home. But the bigger picture to me is that through all of these issues off the field, not just this offseason, but going back 5 or 10 years, it hasn't hurt the Shield one bit. The NFL brand is still strong.
In what way, like financially and stuff?
People are still watching the games. They're still filling up stadiums. They're still buying jerseys. They're still traveling overseas to London to go watch the NFL. NFL wants a team now in London. So the thing is that it's not hurting the brand. I think it's because the fans of the game, they go to see a rough, violent, barbaric sport. And when things happen off the field, I think that they're very numb to it because they think that all players are like that anyway, so they don't really have a problem with it.
Well, Doug's onto something. It's that Chris Brown effect. You remember he went upside Rihanna's head years ago, and they thought his career was over. Well, he's such a great dancer and such a great singer. People are still buying his records. He still has the fans. What do you think about all this, Robert?
Well, I think the NFL has done a great job of marketing teams, over individual players. It's kind of like the polar opposite of the NBA. I mean, as soon as you talk to someone about the NBA, the argument is always going to be Kobe Bryant or LeBron James or Michael Jordan. But when the arguments are about NFL, they're about the Cowboys and the Eagles or the Seahawks and the 49ers. So when individuals get caught up and have a lot of trouble, fans just kind of brush that aside because they're supporting the team more than the individual. And I think that's why the brand and the money and the TV money haven't been hurt at all by all of these situations that come up. They basically, when an Aaron Hernandez happens, they just act like he was never with the Patriots, and we still keep calling it the Patriots way, which, is kind of funny to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like they say, cream.
Yeah.
Cash rules everything around me. Get the money.
Let me hold that blazer, man.
Yeah, we're feeling the fit today, Robert. You got a lot to come with in weeks moving forward now with that fit from today, man. We appreciate the time.
Yeah, no Popeye Molly for me. Only Popeye chicken.
Thanks, Robert. Make sure everybody checks out his website, blacksportsonline.com. He's doing great stuff. Sports meets pop culture. He'll be a regular contributor on the show.